everyone. So it's Thursday afternoon and I went back and forth about, got a text. I went back and forth about pushing myself to make a video or just like waiting until next week. But because I know that some people were waiting for the results of the ultrasound, I decided that I'm just going to suck it up even though I don't feel well and I feel like I look like a mess. I would do a quick video just to do like a quick update for the week and share about the ultrasound and everything, and then I'll do maybe a more full update next week for this week and next week. So anyway, so I had the ultrasound on Tuesday afternoon. Everything was great. My doctor found the baby right away and everything looked good, measuring just right where it should be. We didn't get to hear the heartbeat, but we did see it, and she measured it, and it was right around 170, which is great. And we did get a couple of pictures, but like they look like it doesn't look like anything right now. And I feel like I was hoping that it was going to look a little bit more like, not like a real baby, but I don't know. It looks like a blob. So let me see if I can cover up my information here. So there's one of the pictures, and they're basically both the same. Like there's not a lot that's different, the pictures. So we got those two pictures, and basically, so like the head is down towards the bottom, and you can kind of see like an arm bud and maybe a leg bud. It's hard to tell. And actually during the ultrasound, my husband was able to come, and during the ultrasound, I looked at him and I'm like, oh, we're having a blob, because really, like, that's what it looks like at this point, but it was really exciting to see it, and it was really cool to see the heartbeat, so that was all really good. And then then I met with my doctor, and we just kind of went over everything, and I was basically officially released from the care there, which is a little bit strange, but and my due date, according to them, is, and this is not based on the ultrasound, this is just based on their way of dating it, is February 28th. So I had February 27th when I had inputted it into a website, but their date is the 28th, so we're going with that. So now my weeks turn over on Tuesdays. So today I'm 8 weeks and 2 days. 8 weeks, 2 days. So that's all good, and so I got copies of just the labs that they had done, and then they're going to send over the rest of the records to the office that I will be going to for my prenatal care. And then yesterday I called and made that appointment. So I go in, and I'm going to a different practice in a different hospital than I was at with my son. So I chose a hospital that did not have a midwifery practice for my son because I liked the hospital and I felt comfortable with the OBs. But that hospital is kind of far away, and I honestly didn't have the best experience overall there. So I've opted to go with a place that's closer and does have a full-time midwifery practice. So I will be hopefully only seeing midwives, but we'll see as things go along. Obviously things can change. Anyway, so I have an appointment next week, I think on Wednesday morning, like early, first thing in the morning, just as an intake appointment and to do like an exam and stuff like that. And then my first official midwife appointment is, I think it's like April 12th. It's a Friday, and I'll be just over 11 weeks, I think, at that point, like 11 and a half weeks. And so that'll be the first official midwife appointment, and we'll get to hear the heartbeat and all of that. So that's pretty cool, and we're hopefully, so Eric, my husband, will be able to come to that appointment, and we're hoping we're going to talk to our son, who's a little over 3, and talk to him and see if he wants to come. We would kind of like for him to come and be involved and get to kind of experience this a bit and hear the heartbeat and all of that, and maybe make it a little bit more real for him. We haven't really talked to him too much about what's going on because it's such a long way away, and it's such a kind of, it's not a concrete kind of a thing. So I think he's at an age where if we talk to him about it, enough and in the right ways, he'll understand what's going on. But anyway, so hopefully he'll come. If he's not interested, or if we decide that it's not the best idea, then he'll hang out with a friend or have my mom come and stay with him or something like that. But so that is kind of the next steps, and looking forward to kind of moving on with this. It's strange. I don't think I realized that I was actually I had some concerns before the ultrasound and everything being confirmed as being good and everything. Like, in the back of my mind, I think I had concerns about it being ectopic, which is it would be unusual for that to happen with IVF, but it's possible. So, like, there's that concern, and I didn't have any indicators that was likely, but it's still, kind of a concern. And then the possibility of the embryo splitting and there being two, which there's not, there's just one. So, like, that's also in the back of my mind. So just kind of getting the confirmation and knowing that everything's good is really reassuring. So, that's pretty much my update for now. I really have not been feeling well this week. It's interesting. It comes in waves and goes up and down throughout the day and stuff, but for the most part, I'm not really able to do a whole lot. I'm trying to be a little bit more on top of eating regularly throughout the day to keep something in my stomach all the time, but that's challenging, and even when I do have stuff in my stomach, I still feel sick, and I did actually have my first bout of vomiting last weekend. It was just one morning. It hasn't happened again, but actually that was a little bit easier to deal with than this just constant nausea. Not that I want to be throwing up, but I don't want to be feeling like this all the time either. So yeah, and I'm trying to keep my fluid intake up, which actually is more of a struggle than eating is. For some reason, I just can't drink very much. So and I will talk a little bit more in a future video. I don't know if I'll include it in an update or if I'll do a separate video, but I do want to kind of touch on my health history and those concerns and how that affects the pregnancy and stuff like that, because that was kind of my initial reason for making this channel. I had a previous channel that was just dedicated to health stuff, basically, and then when we started trying to conceive our son, I decided that I wanted a channel more focused on that, and then pregnancy, and then parenting, and all of that. But I do want to kind of still, I made this channel because I wanted to provide a resource for people who are dealing with my same health concerns or similar health concerns, and to be able to kind of follow someone who's going through pregnancy and see how that goes. So so I am going to do a video. I'll probably do just its own video talking about all of that, and just kind of like where I am with all of it, and how this pregnancy might be affected by it. So look for that. I don't know when I'll record that, because it's really a struggle just to kind of like get showered and dressed and look presentable, which I don't really feel like I do now, but I wanted to get an update up. So anyway, I'm gonna stop rambling. So that is kind of my little update for this week. Ultrasound was good. Have my prenatal appointments scheduled. So everything's good. We're just moving along. So that is it for this week. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll talk to you again soon.